I've just visited the Kanazawa Tourist Information Centre at the main rail station, and the help I've got is fantastic. In fact, it's too fantastic. I've got a whole sheath full of various things. Well, the information centres send you to tourist attractions, but wandering around allows you to see what the Japanese see, although sometimes it's quite puzzling. Here people drink water from the dragon, probably for good luck. From trad jazz to traditional dancing, the music and costumes are ages old. Clearly the dancers enjoy the stately steps, and the fans would be quite useful in summer. There's also an audience for very un-Japanese music. Close to the park, I noticed a dog shop. No cats or birds, just puppies, and very expensive puppies at that. Just around the corner is a really large market along Amayoko Street. You can get anything there, but the main attraction is just wandering around. Under the railway, young people congregate in the numerous tiny cafes. It's the thing to do. A total change of scene is a riverside Sunday market in the Japanese Alps. Just being there gives a glimpse into the Japanese you won't experience on a tour bus. This pretty lady makes octopus buns, and I can tell you they were delicious. For many market offerings, I have no clue what they were, let alone how I could eat them. So I think I found the street at last. The street was an Edo period street, and this shop sold sake, an alcoholic drink. Sake had been distilled there for at least 300 years. You can easily find craftsmen working to produce traditional forms, in this case, various deities. This pathway is what Google tells me is on my way to the prefectural museum. Looks a bit dubious. One morning I came out of this subway station finding I was in the wrong area altogether. So I got to see government employees and rows of government buildings, looking like other large cities, but much neater. It's hard to imagine, but there are large areas of open space in Tokyo. I don't want to be out in the sun. I want to find a museum or something inside with air conditioning. You've got to plan it. So you do the outside stuff maybe early in the morning or late at night. Sometimes I wished I was on a tour bus when it's hot. However, you miss out on street life. You can see strange structures on the street as well as small gems of views. And public artworks like sculptures and puzzling objects on the street. Wandering around city streets is full of surprises, mostly pleasant.
So I'm actually have two lovely Japanese ladies who are holding the camera for me, and what I'm talking about is that I've been to this Ponte Ocho 3 times in 3 nights. Now, why do I do that? What is the reason for going to the same place over and over again? It happens.
In Takayama, I noticed 2 police women crossing a road holding tongs and plastic bags. It occurred to me that they were monitoring the street for cleanliness, which is evident everywhere in Japan. It's almost a national obsession, but a good obsession. Walking provides surprises, like this house garden on a street. This collection of manholes is totally random unless you look down when you're walking. An amazing variety of design for an object which hardly anyone notices, let alone photographs. Walking around at night is totally safe from my experience and the comments of international tourists. Back in Ueno, the markets are pumping until late. And you can find a convenience store virtually everywhere you go. I strayed into this Panchico room until the noise drove me out.
It's about 10 o'clock at night and I'm in Shinjuku, in a pretty groovy part of town where all the young people gather. And you can see behind me that there's a pretty large queue. It must be a really popular place because other places don't have queues at all.
This was one of the few times I saw a large group of teenagers. They were not in the least threatening. An Irish pub playing traditional Irish music was an amazing accidental find on my last night in Japan. Japanese people are friendly in my experience and like to welcome travellers.